Welcome to Living Healthy Chicago. I'm Jane Klaus. We're starting today's show with the important topic of COVID-19. Now that a vaccine is available, many people have questions like how does it work? What is it made of? And what happens in the body when you get it? So today we're talking to an infectious disease pharmacist to learn more. Dr. Alan Gross, thank you so much for joining us.
Good to be here, Jane.
Yeah, so I think let's start with the basics first. Explain what a vaccine does and how does it actually work against a virus like COVID-19?
Vaccines are training our immune system to recognize an infection later on. And so what happens is with vaccinations, usually a part of a virus or a part of a bacteria is delivered. Our immune system kind of sees that, and it develops antibodies and memory cells that allows the immune system to more quickly ramp up protection if the person ever gets exposed to the virus or bacteria later on.
Well, Dr. Gross, the vaccine was developed fast, it was developed efficiently, it was developed with science, but some people are concerned that it's still not safe.
These vaccines have been developed using the exact same methods as all of our other vaccines that have been approved in the United States. And so what's happened is just so many more resources were provided to develop these vaccines, and we were able to enroll patients into these studies much more quickly. We just accelerated the timelines, but in terms of the processes for how the studies were designed, they're the same. They're randomized controlled trials, which is our gold standard for determining if something is effective. I don't have any concern about how these vaccines got to market or kind of the underlying information.
Are all of these vaccines made of the same ingredients, and does it matter which one we get?
Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines, they both use the same technology. So they have messenger RNA in the vaccine that tells our body how to produce a part of the COVID-19 virus. Our cells actually make that part of the virus, that spike protein. And then once the spike protein is made, our immune cells can see that and then develop immunity to it. The Johnson & Johnson product is a little different. This uses an adenovirus. Adenovirus is just the cause of the common cold. They've modified the adenovirus so it can't replicate. So it can't actually cause infection in humans at all. They're just using it to deliver DNA. The DNA that it's delivering is genetic information that's going to be encoded into messenger RNA. Messenger RNA to tell our bodies how to produce the spike protein from the SARS-CoV-2 virus. We haven't received all of the data and all of the evaluations for the Johnson & Johnson product, so I can't really talk about comparative which one we might prefer. Certainly between the Pfizer and Moderna products, they have the same efficacy essentially.
The most important thing that we all need to remember is that you cannot get infected with COVID-19 just by being vaccinated.
You definitely can't get COVID from the vaccines. That's just not possible. The products that we have available, they have 95% efficacy for preventing symptomatic COVID-19, which is really amazing.
How long are we really immune to COVID-19 once we're vaccinated?
Honestly, we can't say with any certainty how long the immunity is going to last. We just started vaccinating people in the earliest studies, less than a year ago. So to say we have any good data right now that these definitely will prevent infection or last for longer than a year, that's pretty hard to say because we just don't have that data. It is possible that we might need booster vaccines at some point.
Okay, Dr. Gross, if you can just hang on for 1 second. When we come back, we're going to talk more about the COVID-19 vaccines. All right, if you liked this video and you want more information about living a healthy life, just subscribe to our channel.